Good morning, Mayap A. Arbak. Here's the plan. Something new on the kitchen cabinets in the dirty kitchen. Outside of that, I'm afraid it might be quite a lot more of the same. They will be painting everywhere, making cabinets everywhere. The usual stuff will be going on. The electrician at the moment is counting again outlets and switches, so we know how many more non-smart of each to buy, or at least the builder does. But there may be nothing else new going on today, although I've said it many times in the past, very often they keep something up their sleeve and don't tell me, and sometimes another crew comes in. It could still be the Windows guys, they've still got to come back, and I'm told that soon. Other than that, it's a big push to finish all the painting in all of the bedrooms. What could possibly Here's something new. These are the cabinet doors for the dirty kitchen cabinets. Just to show that when yesterday I incorrectly said they're getting whiter and that's what it'll be, they're not going to be white. They're going to be all this kind of mid-grey colour, which is pretty closely reflecting the modular cabinets in the main kitchen. In the home theatre, yet more work on framing prior to speaker wiring, and then adding in the rock wool for soundproofing. And over here, Brother Jess is just going through the house at the moment, making another complete list of all of the outlets and switches, because we still need to buy a few non-smart of each. So we're just trying to figure out how many more do we need. Seeing Enrico, still working on drawers. Somebody's been doing this, whether it's Richard or Manny or Rico, every day for how many days now? Ernie is again working on painting the baseboards, the skirting boards. They are now making an effort to finish the final coat of paint on all of the walls and all the baseboards in all of the bedrooms. Not sure how many more days that's going to take, but that's what they're working on now. Richard and Elson working in the master bedroom walk-in closet. Richard's just applying a wood glue, making sure everything is very firmly fixed to the walls. It does make a bit of a mess to the paintwork on the edges there, but that'll get cleaned up, I imagine, fairly quickly. This is Aldrin's room, his bathroom, and we now have these front cabinet doors on all of the wash basin cabinets, the Wabakas, in all of the rooms, all the upstairs bathrooms, except in the master. That one, they've made a start, but it's not in place yet. Once again, we've got paint going onto the doors leading out of the kitchen. So the finish on these double doors in here is going to match the kind of wood grain appearance on the doors between the kitchen and the dining room. So take a dizzy pill, we're going to spin. This will end up looking very roughly, or the wood part of it, like this. That manually added wood grain appearance. The single doors downstairs, any single solid wooden doors downstairs, will be a little bit different. Once again, inside the gym and spa, we've got Hunter over in the corner, and up on the ladder, I'm now told it's Dominadoro, otherwise known as Toto. So both of these guys will be working on finishing or moving towards finishing paint in here. At the moment, still clearly some way off that because that's not paint, it's going on the ceiling. It's nearly 5 o'clock, so I'm adjusting gradually. Before we go and see what's been going on, two things. Firstly, yet another Mega Wega contribution. Who says? What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's pretty heavy and the other's a little lighter. Now, we also have the next thrilling instalment of the ongoing saga of internet and particularly fibre internet connections. So we had a visit today from the good folks at Converge. We had an engineering team in. After a long conversation with them, it emerges that yes, they can connect fibre to this house. So we've gone from yes to no to yes to no to yes. I am not taking it as final, but the latest suggestion is yes, we can connect. So the question in theory now is not if, but when. And we don't have a date. So we'll have to wait and see. Given the fact that on the little house that we're living in, we did apply, son Aldrin applied to get that upgraded to fibre 2 years ago. I've not got the biggest of expectations about the speed that it might be done here, although I'm pretty sure it won't be too long. It won't be 2 years. With a bit of luck, it'll be less than a month. So we should have that connection on its way. At least until tomorrow, when we get a different message. Today, we do have the Windows guys back. And what you can probably make out now, I'm a long way away, so I'll go a bit closer, is we've got new windows in the dirty kitchen. Sliding windows. So, they don't give us the opportunity to completely open up that whole space. We can open up half of it. Not as good, but we're not going to knock anything off of the bar that's just outside. And our engineer, who's just hoving into view, has been going round every window with the glass crew and checking all of them. Hopefully, by the end of today, he'll be happy with everything, and this might just be the last visit from this particular crew. That still leaves us the glass for the stairs, the banisters, and the balustrade over the double height area at the front, but that is a different company, a different crew. So, glass windows and doors, well, glass windows, we're done. Glass doors, thinking about it, no, we're not. We've got all those doors, for example, the one going into the gym and spa, that don't have glass in yet, and I'm assuming, I'll check with the engineer, that it is the same team. So no, it's not going to be their last visit. They'll be back. But another step towards being a little bit more waterproof, with the ongoing, rather large exception of the gaping hole that is where the front door will be. Inside the dirty kitchen, no sign yet of the cabinet doors being installed. There's one lying in wait just down here. But the cabinets inside themselves, I believe, will be white. I'll get this right eventually. But all the doors will be this grey colour, which will kind of, again, reflect the main kitchen. One of the things that our eagle-eyed engineer has noticed is that a lot of the windows don't have drain holes on the outside edge, at the bottom there. You might, in this case, be able to make out 4 little tiny holes. On the outside, there's a rubber plug that you can remove to release the water. But apparently, quite a lot of the windows do not have those holes. So the water, if it ever got in here, it would just sit there, which is not great. So they're going back, adding drain holes, amongst other little fixes. Something else the engineers spotted, which I think, is experience. You know what to look for. Here, you might be able to make out the black screw. But look down here. It's missing. So, that's the other thing they're having to fix. Plus, adding more silicone to make sure those seals are as robust as possible, which is probably not making Hunter, who's over here, a very happy chap, because it runs the risk of messing up his paintwork. Inside the home theatre, we've still got Oliver and Erwin working on the frame for where the insulation goes. So at the back of the room now, we're getting close. We're not quite there yet. The wall on the right, all done. The wall on the left, all done, with that little bit of insulation foam that's already in there, the rock wall, which, as somebody asked the other day, it's R20, which meant nothing to me. Fortunately did mean something to him, and I really apologise. I've forgotten who it was. I'll put the name up. So, next step possibly would be to deal with speaker wires, but maybe there's a bit more they have to do, or can do, before they get to that point. Manny's doing a little bit of tidy up, but all day today he's been working on cabinets, drawers, and over here now, I'm not sure, I think he's made himself a little storage box. In the walk-in closet for the master bedroom, 3 of the units are in place, and right now Elson's just fitting in some corner shelves as well. So this is a lot further progressed than it was first thing this morning. They've been busy boys, as always. In the pantry, Herwin with an H, working on cabinet doors for in here. So, we have said before, but it was a while ago, there will only be cabinet doors on these bottom 2 shelves across this particular cabinet. That's it, we don't need doors on the rest of it. So, he's got in here all 6 of the doors that will be fitted on there. Ready to go, almost. We're going to call it a day there. I'm not going to try and come back later on and film anything. It does get just too dark inside unless they've got lights on, which they typically don't have too many of. So I think this is going to end up being a fairly short episode. Sorry about the loss of clips from after lunch, but the sound was awful, so wouldn't have done you any favours. That's it. Day's done. Windows getting close to being finished. Well, if they fix all of what appear to be quite a lot of little problems. I think they're all little. I think they're all relatively easily fixable. But that's it for the day. We'll see you, hopefully, tomorrow.